Hello everyone, I'm Penrose776. Welcome to Dark Season, and oh boy have I got something special for you. Take a look at this. This is Legendary Camilla. Okay, you've seen Legendary Camilla before. I'm also running Ida, similar build to last time. I think it should more or less work. I mean, it kind of worked last time, right? Here's Citrine. You know Citrine. I'm just messing with you at this point because the actually really important unit here is Tina. They added a Thracia unit to the game who's actually really strong effect. The whole Steely Wheelie buffs thing might actually be too good. I'll get to that later. But she also is a staff. She's got the whole Razzle Dazzle thing going on, built-in tempo, infantry pulse, so I can run the AoE on Citrine still, switch up C slots there. All in all, just an extremely solid unit. On the enemy team, we've got a +4 Lion King, we've got a +10 Ashe, we've got Fallen Rhea +1, Asker +2, a regular Hinoka +3, and Air +4. Actually, is that regular Hinoka? There's a whole bunch of Hinokas. This isn't the Spear Hinoka. I mean, you can tell that by looking with your eyes. This is the Bow Hinoka, who isn't Legendary Hinoka. Or Pirate Hinoka, for that matter. Now, yeah, Tina steals buffs, and there's not really a huge amount of buffs to steal on this particular enemy team. All we're really getting is Asker's harmonic buffs, although I mean those are still pretty nice buffs to have, don't get me wrong. So we've come up the left side here and unleashed a little bit of something that maybe they were not expecting to unleash. That frees up Tina to attack into the Lion King here. He cannot counterattack.
Absolutely not.
And thanks to her tempo effect, she gets Holy Pressure, the special. It finishes him off. Gives Byleth the ability to walk in as well against Fallen Rhea. Near saver, probably not going to achieve too much, but we already finished off one unit, their fast save, so I'm very happy with that. Tina gets danced, and she gets in another attack. With their fast save out of the way, she can take out whoever she wants. In this case, that is Ashe. Our saves go up to the front, and with 2 units lost, that is, of course, a surrender. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Tina did a lot of work there. We didn't even need the AoE. Next up is Miller. Brave Corrin +1. Duo Chrom. Peony, that's Peony, Asker, and that's an interesting seal there, and Fallen Maria. So, doing a little bit of tempo nonsense first, and I suspect any second now we're gonna see the reason why I think Tina might actually be a little too good for her own good. She steals movement buffs, which in certain situations, right, that is actually great, stealing movement buffs. But here specifically, if the enemy expects us to steal movement buffs, if they can see it coming, it does also break our team's overlap. Overlap, of course, being very important. Make sure that if anyone wants to tank you, they have to tank all your really dangerous units, not just one of them. However, despite them successfully breaking our overlap, pulling Embla to the front there, it looks like they were not actually prepared to tank Embla, at least not the Gale Force part of her kit, and as such, yeah, they had one of their units plucked out from under them, and, well, they surrender. But even though it went well that time, you've got to remember it is still a threat. Next up here, Legendary Ninian +2, Duo Byleth, Thea +7, Air +6, Legendary Leaf +5, and Asker +10. Is we've got another case of those harmonic buffs for us to take. Haven't had any ridiculously huge buffs still yet, aside from, of course, the extra movement. But I'm sure we'll see something soon enough. Don't know what the approach is here. They could, of course, be looking at just Joe Byleth save tanking, and it looks like that is, in fact, exactly what they're expecting to do. Now, to be fair, Joe Byleth can save tank pretty dang well against AoEs. If you remember to position him correctly. And in this case, that means if you remember that Embla applies the undefended status that prevents units from being saved onto. If you'd done that whole thing just one square over to the left a bit, you know, you would be outside Embla's free columns, and then maybe you'd be getting somewhere. But for now, they are getting nowhere particularly fast. Okay, they are getting somewhere. They are attacking in with Ninian here. They are going to remove Citrine from the equation. But is that enough? Well, the response from them here after that seems to suggest that no, it is nowhere near enough. So, next up. What do we have here? Well, Sharena. Alright, Dagger plus 10. Duo Chrom plus 10. Aska plus 4. Ash plus 10. And Peony plus 10. Honestly, this kind of team is one of the scarier ones to see, because that's a Sharena. This person's in revolt with Sharena. They're not messing about. Using Duo Chrom to pre-charge everyone's specials, and just as we use AoEs to beat Byleth, that works the other way around as well, especially with Chrom's armor effective damage to secure the killing blow. Now they have pre-charged Gale Forces here, and they have Fury 7 on this dagger. So those Gale Forces are going to get her down to Wings of Mercy percent, letting all their other units who also have Gale Forces ready warp in right behind her. And with this many Gale Forces to hand, finishing off the team is not gonna be an option. They have so many spare actions left over. Depending on how they played things, they probably could have gotten all the pots this turn if they really wanted to, but since they've trapped Triandra in that corner there, there's no need to muck about like that. Although they do seem to be doing a fair bit of mucking about anyway, before finally finishing things off here. Yeah, when I say that AoE skills are some of the strongest stuff in the game, and that Gale Force, if played properly, can beat pretty much anything, this is exactly what I mean. There were no really modern meta units here, just very strong understanding of how the game works, pre-charging specials, and just playing well, honestly. I couldn't do that. Gale Force gives me headaches. But next up here we have Miller plus 1. Jose. Brave Claude plus 10. Okay, Nerfooz. Thea plus 10. And Peony plus 2. There are some very interesting buffs they could choose to pick up here. Rust Steel, of course, we're all about that stealing. We'll see what we end up working with when they actually do engage. Well, Nerfooz finds the Hex Trap, and it looks like the plan is to tank with Thea. So, tell me how that plan is going, exactly? Yeah, don't know about you, but not particularly well. No dances mean that we're not getting anything beyond that Thea, but she did not stand a chance, and, well, they left. Okie dokie. Next up against Miller, as always. She's +1. Legendary Caeda +2. Air +10. Asker +3. Legendary Ninian there we go, +1. And Peony +3. I'm assuming this is a Legendary Caeda strategy, or at least I'm hoping it's a Legendary Caeda strategy, because none of the other units here really look like you could build a strategy around them? Question mark? Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Well, Bolt Tower triggers, so they are going to be able to reposition Asker onto the Hex Trap and lose an action like that. Is this a Gale Force Asker? Well, it doesn't matter because he didn't charge it. But Legendary Ninian, being Legendary Ninian, she does get an extra action and she is going to use it. Take out our Camilla. That's our Warping gone. They do Gravity Trap themselves. Okay. Peony's in. Waste another action for that. But Asker does get the chance to attack now. We'll see if it's Gale Force. It's not Gale Force. So they have just stalled out there. They're in Embla range, for one. Now, unfortunately, Ninian a little bit too tanky to actually let us get Gale Force on Embla, but Tina also going to be able to do some significant damage here. Triandra, even though she's isolated, she can still attack. Not just can, but will. Takes out Peony, and Joe Byleth able to warp in to attack Miller. Finish off our actions here. Unlike everyone else, he's not actually gonna do much killing here, but we've taken care of plenty of units already, so let's see if they want to keep going after those losses. Yes, they do. Triandra down, but Miller not able to finish Tina here, and Air likewise not able to finish Embla. So this could very well be the end of them. Starting off with Tina, Legendary Caeda, normally a pretty strong Vantage unit, however, Vantage is weak to the old Dazzle effect. She cannot counterattack, and she is finished off. Air going to lose everything to Embla, and that means it is just Miller left. Byleth has a special charge this time, and that is plenty of damage to wipe the whole team and finish off the map. Alright. Oh, we're getting some juicy stuff now. Well, next up we have Duo Seidr. Some Fjorm +6, pretty scary unit there. Peony +1, Air +4, Ash, and Brave Robin. Did someone say Rally Spectrum? For me? All for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. No, you really shouldn't have. I mean, not that Rally Spectrum actually super helps us here. It does let Tina charge her special earlier, I guess. Which might actually help a fair bit here. Because we are getting counterattacked by Fjorm here, and the extra damage does a lot for her. But the AoE is gonna finish things off. Frostbite Mirror does a lot of damage reduction, but it cannot reduce that damage down to 0. Summer Fjorm has been dealt with. No dance because they saved our dancer. But, yeah, Rally Spectrum doing its job for us, not for them, and securing us that match. Alright. And, well, I will say that unit looks pretty popular because he's a +10 Duo Seidr. Miller +10. Arcane Lucina +6. Nerfus +10. Legendary Yuri +10. And Peony +10. Only 4 merges off a maxed out team here. But I do wonder what their approach actually is here. Yet again, some extra movement may have been given out here. And I'm not sure how ready for that they are. They were saved for first turn by their safety fence. Second turn, oh, because Yuri didn't get buffed, he no longer had the most buffs, so no extra movement being handed out. Turn 3, it happens again. Okay, they might know what they're doing, and what they're doing is leaving. Goodbye. It was nice having you. Well, maybe this is someone who will stick around a little longer. We're up against Ninjarin here. Winter, Edelgard, Peony, Duo Peony, a Risen Chrom +1, Asker, and a second Asker. This one's +1. Winter Edelgard. I'm surprised by how little we've seen of her so far. But then again, I know people are scared of using her here. Now, by carefully not giving her Asker buffs, they were able to avoid hitting her with the Tina effect, so we did not steal charge. However, this turn is not going to go the same way. Now, I don't know if that play was clever or completely accidental. Either way, here's Tina, who's been all charged up and is gonna shred that Winter Edelgard. Ambler, plenty of movement, plenty of damage into that Peony. Everyone else not doing anything quite so fancy, but sniped out 2 units there. Happy to see that movement helped us out. Speaking of helping us out, if you've been watching this far and you've been enjoying things, why not throw a subscription my way? Because I'm aiming for 1,000 and you can see we're getting pretty close. Like, only 100 or so to go. Well, next up here we've got Gatekeeper +4, Peony +10, Winter Dimitri, Arcane Lucina, Ulla +10, and Asker +3. Not 100% sure what they're doing here. Well, Gatekeeper might help them a little bit, for sure. It's stopping the warping, so they do successfully avoid getting engaged on for now. That being said, it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble finding a way in. And I'm not entirely sure what woke the team up there, but we are now showing them the way out. Yes, I'm sure you are very disappointed by that. Only 1 unit sniped, but 1 unit is all we needed, apparently. So many buffs going around, it's hard to keep track of, honestly. Okay, next battle. looking here at young Eliwood, Asker +2, Peony +3, Brave Marth +4, Air +6, and Garrick. Young Eliwood is a unit I love to see because do they know? I don't think they know. Well, one, this Marth does not have Null Disrupt, so his whole shtick does not work against Tina. But secondly, because they're running Young Eliwood, they just gave our entire team bonus doubler. You love to see that. Yeah, that Brave Marth is a pretty dang strong unit, but not if you use him like that, he's not. And let's round out the season with Peony +1, Winter Edelgard, Winter Dimitri, Asker +2, Harmonic Dorothea, and Legendary Ninian. Big Winter fan here, clearly. And yet again, I'm forced to ask the question, have these people even read Tina's weapon? Because I'm beginning to suspect that they have not. Tina gets an excellent chance to attack in here, and Edelgard did not stand the slightest chance. Ambler also, as part of our rally trap deal, finishes off Legendary Ninian. Everyone else comes forward, so we've got 2 saves blocking their way out of this corner, and, well, that was just a very aggressive finish to the season. Some fast matches this time around, a lot of matches, but they went fast, and Tina has been absolutely cleaning house. Love this unit, very happy with how things have turned out here. Let me know if you've been running into any Tinas at all on Aether raids. Let me know if you think she's a really strong unit. I think she's a really strong unit. As always, anything you do is greatly appreciated, and I will see you all in the next one. Penrust out.